Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SEO and You with me, Z. Sorry, guys, sorry about that. That was really bad. In today's video, we are once more not on a presentation again, which I think is a good change of pace. I'm actually going to try and do this more, where I actually show you guys the real world examples and maybe throw the presentation in here every once in a while. In today's video, we are going to cover mobile responsiveness. Okay, what does that mean? Well, we're going to look at why it's important for your website to be what we call mobile friendly. So this involves a little bit of complexity, but in the end, it's super simple. So what we have here is just a test website, just a template that I threw together for a different series of videos that I really should get back to and complete, but that I probably won't for quite a while. All right, this is basically just a starter template that I threw on from the starter template add-on. It's a really great add-on. If you just want to throw up a quick design, I highly recommend it. They've got one for Gutenberg, Web Builder, no, Beaver, Elementor, and the standard web WordPress builder. So what we're looking at here is going to be the responsiveness of a website. So if I do this, this is how the website looks on desktop. Now I'm currently playing this off of a 1920 by 1080p screen. All right. So what that means is that my screen across like this is 1920 pixels, 1920 pixels across, or rather in the per inch, per square inch. That's the amount of pixels across. Then I've got 1080 down like this. Okay. Now, why am I bringing up that? Because a lot of modern phones, like my phone, has a display which values are switched. So that is going to be a longer screen, which is what your phone is. It's a longer screen, which is usually in the range of 2400 by 1080p if you've got a full HD screen, right? A full HD screen, which is 1080p on average. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, that means that the way information is presented to the viewer differs from phone to tablet to desktop to laptop. All right. Desktops and laptops look the same, but in general, desktop, tablet, mobile, different viewing sections. And the reason why I've got this open is because Elementor and WordPress has this excellent feature where you can click here and you can see how the website responds to various screen sizes, right? So the information is changing in real time. Now, if you're developing a website, you can actually go, for example, to the mobile view and edit how it looks on mobile. For example, if I want to move this to the bottom here, I could, or if I want to change that or want to delete something, let's say, for example, I want to delete this, right? And then I go back to this, you can see it changes here. So it's an excellent way of you realistically changing things without like absolutely destroying everything. For example, for mobile view, I could change these to be more centered. Um, for tablet view, this still looks fine. I think I might still move everything. I think I'll keep it like this, for example. And then we've got desktop mode, which looks something like this. Okay, so why is it important? Well, in most cases, when you're on the internet and you're doing something, you're going to be on your phone. Most people who access the web, most people who go and do basically anything on the internet is going to be doing it through their phones. That's why not everybody has a laptop or a computer, but almost everybody has a phone, or at least one of them, right? And so phones in general are going to make up the majority of your click-throughs and your visitations, right? For example, most of us, if we're bored and we're just laying in bed or on an Uber or on a ride somewhere, we might just whip out our phone and read something online. We might go to a different website to watch a video or something of that nature. So most web pages need to be optimized for mobile. What does that mean? Well, if it's moved like this, everything still needs to be readable and clean. I should still be able to access the menus. I can't click it on here, but I should still be able to access the menus. I should still be able to click on every page that I need to go where I need to be. So this is a, a way of you developing and changing everything to ensure that somebody who's using mobile has as good of an experience as somebody using a tablet, right? However rare that might be. By the way, if you turn your phone to the side, I think it usually goes to tablet mode. Some big enough screens go into desktop mode, but sometimes they just switch to tablet mode. So this is how it's going to look on a tablet. It should still be clean. It should still look nice, but tablet mode is basically your last priority when it comes to optimization of a page. It's always going to be desktop first and then mobile, right? So what does a good mobile optimization usually include? Well, menus are easily accessible. Usually they become a burger menu like this. Information is usually in the center of the screen. Usually for mobile optimization, this moves to the center like this, right? You want everything to be more aligned to the center simply because it's just easier for somebody to read. It's more focused, right? I'm just doing this real quick, right? It's more focused for somebody who's looking at a page like this to see it in the center. Now, if we have to switch this to back to desktop mode, right? Everything should still remain the same, right? Everything is still centered on the sides, but if I go back to responsive mode, it's now everything is in the center like this, right? This is a much better way of reading everything as composed to everything on the side here, right? Yes, you can still read this, but like when the things are in the center, when certain things are hidden, for mobile view, it makes a huge difference, okay? In terms of just the experience somebody has on your website. I remember when I was a kid, I used to love reading stories on a website, and that website had an absolutely horrible mobile view. So what I used to do was whenever I went out, I just wouldn't read. If I was away from a laptop or a tablet or my PC, I would just never read basically anything on that website. But the moment I'd get home, I would spend hours of my holidays, of my days off school, just reading on that website because the stories were engaging, they were great. But just on mobile, and just really, really bad to interact with the website. So if your website is mobile friendly, you can have a much wider, more consistent audience because you want them to be able to go from their phone to your computer as seamlessly and easily as possible. All right. By the way, if you do just go to a random website, I'm just realizing if you just randomly go to a website, you are able to actually just do something like this, right? Where the website should just respond and make itself different. This is the server local that I'm running the website off of. So if you do that, the website should respond in kind. Let's just preview changes quickly. Click on that and see if it still works. So if, for example, I do this and I pull this closer and closer and closer and closer and closer, you can see it's starting to react to the mobile view. So if you don't have this Elementor or you're working on your website, just preview the page and do this, and you should see it respond. Usually after a certain thickness like this, going further and further, you will see it automatically respond to what mobile view should be. That should be tablet view, and then this is going to be desktop view, right? So that's just a very quick video explaining mobile optimization. Sorry about that. And I hope this was informative. I hope this was interesting. I know it's not as in-depth as we usually have it, but I wanted this to be a little bit more laid back, a little bit more relaxed, and you can actually see what it is I'm talking about as I'm going through these things. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below, and I will see you all tomorrow.